Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's the Clutch Snipes here. Today's video is going to be basically all the tips I've learned how to be a better player in Fortnite and most importantly how to get more wins. The first tip I got for you guys, the most important part of winning a game of Fortnite Battle Royale, in my opinion, is how the start of the game turns out. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but about 60 to 70% of players will be dead by the time the first circle even closes. This being said, surviving the first circle every game will drastically increase your chances of getting more wins. Here's some big tips I have for the beginning of games. Don't deploy your glider on top of hills. So this will mean you'll land later than everyone else because you'll deploy your glider higher up in the air. You won't get a gun and you'll probably die. Also, stop landing on the roof of houses. How many times have you been breaking into the roof of a house for 5 seconds, and just as you break it, someone else lands on top of you from above and steals your gun or chest? The answer is that happens a lot. Landing on the bottom floors allows you to find shotguns, which is perfect for close quarters combat. Keep in mind that chests do not contain shotguns, therefore the person who landed above you to grab the chest is most likely not going to have a close quarters weapon to kill you, unless there was a shotgun up there, or a close quarters weapon. Lastly, if you see 10 other people landing on a house you're landing on, it's probably a good idea to veer off and land on a different house. Another tip I have for you guys, sensitivity. Now, some people like different sensitivities, obviously. A higher sensitivity will allow you to build faster when being shot at, which will then provide you cover to heal, and this cover will allow you to take time aiming back at your enemy. On the other side of things, a lower sensitivity will allow you to be very accurate in close range shotgun gunfights, but the downside is not being able to turn around as quickly and start building if you're getting shot in the back. Personally, I play on a lower sensitivity. I still can build pretty fast, and I like having a lot more control. The next tip I have for you guys is building. Building is possibly the most important aspect in Fortnite. Spamming walls when getting shot at is a very important tactic, as well as building stairs up to a team's base when rushing them. A lot of players will tend to run instead of building cover to hide behind when getting shot at, which will more than likely get you killed every time. Being able to build quickly is probably the most important aspect of building and will separate the average good and great players of the game. Building is the skill gap in Fortnite Battle Royale. Keep playing and over time you will get better at building. The next tip I have for you guys is controller layout. If you have a Scuffer Elite controller or if you own paddles, then this doesn't really apply to you. However, if you just have a standard controller, then listen closely. Being able to jump and shoot at the same time is a very important tactic, not just in Fortnite, but in most first-person and third-person shooters. To be able to do this with a standard controller, all you have to do is go into your settings and swap your A and right stick buttons. This will allow you to be able to jump and shoot at the same time. It's similar to playing stick and move in Call of Duty, however, Fortnite does not have a stick and move setting. My next tip is resources. Gathering resources is very important in Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, there are some players who will spend all their time looting and will die because they have no resources to defend themselves against attackers. And on the other hand, there are players who will spend nearly all their time gathering resources only to die and then get frustrated because they just went through an effort of cutting down 30 trees. Here are my tips for gathering resources so neither of those things happen. First, cut down wood or brick. Wood and brick are extremely abundant almost everywhere on the map. However, it is not really that important to cut down metal. It takes really long to destroy and it's hard to find a lot of. More tips. Gather around 300 to 400 total resources at the beginning of a game. Any less and you might not be able to defend yourself against attackers at the beginning of a game. Gathering any more than 300 to 400 resources is a waste of time because the people that you will kill will also drop resources. Why not let them do the hard work for you? Remember, there's no point to cut down an entire forest of trees only to be killed and then get angry because you wasted 15 minutes cutting down trees and then you got shot in the back. That just isn't fun. Map positioning. Knowing where your enemies might come from by looking at the map is an important skill most players do not have, to be quite honest. For example, if the circle is located in Anarchy Acres, but just outside the reach of Pleasant Park, you should be very wary of players coming from Pleasant Park and be looking towards that direction as the storm closes in. Most players do not think like this and instead will wander aimlessly around the map, hoping to run into groups of people. Also, map positioning. Getting high ground is essential to winning in Fortnite, and is especially important in the last few circles. Getting on hills allows you to see more of the map and provides cover to duck behind if things go wrong. It also makes your enemies easy targets for rockets and grenades as they try and climb up the hill you are stationed at. My last tip, and probably one of the most important, put in a pair of headphones. Footsteps, objects being destroyed, building, healing, gunshots, supply drops being opened, and launch padding are all extremely loud and will give away where other players are on the map. Keeping this in mind, putting on headphones, even if it's just a pair of Apple earbuds, will dramatically improve how well you do in Fortnite Battle Royale. Thank you guys so much for listening to my tips. There's an 11 kill gameplay in the background, and I'm about to do a commentary on top of that. If you guys want to stay and watch, you are welcome to. If you don't want to stay, that's okay. Thanks for watching, and appreciate it, guys.
Up here, we're free. Her body's gold like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those